Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's one was quite a spontaneous one. I was actually cleaning up some books and I came across this book, right? Start with Why by Simon Sinek. It's a business book. It's quite a good book, and I recommend just generally to read it if you're interested in like self-development, which hopefully you are. It's a business book, right? It's about like understanding the purpose of why you're doing business, why you're approaching the mission you're trying to approach with your business, right? And having that purpose. And I saw the book and I suddenly realized it seems so simple, but I'm almost going to assume probably most of you haven't done this, is to actually write down and have a genuine list articulated and developed over time of why you want to give up PMO. And of course, definitely if you're on this journey, you've thought of all the things that you want that you don't have, and those have become sort of why you want to give up PMO. But I'm talking about truly getting to the core of you masturbate, you're attached to pornography, it feels great, right? And it's there and you're enjoying it, but actually think of the deepest possible reasons of why you actually want to remove this, right? Because that very deep, very profound, very personal, authentic why that will probably be different for everybody, that is going to help you so much, right? That's going to ground you. That's going to get you through the tough cravings. That's going to really allow you to stay true to your mission, right? Having that very, very reverent why, which aligns with the vision you have for your life, the vision you get excited about, the future you get excited about. When you're sitting there having a bad day, you've got a long streak, maybe you've really been good, but today you're really struggling. It's really bothering you physically, right? And you're sitting there and you're like, I don't want to break this, man. And you really are trying to not think about it. Having a very strong why, having that, this is why I write it down, having maybe that piece of paper, right? If you have like a journal where you can actually pull this piece of paper out and you can say, okay, I'm going to read through this while I'm craving. I'm going to search it. I'm going to visualize this list. You say, like, this list in this book that I've written down is my why. This is why I'm going to push today. And that's the importance of a why and the power of a why. It helps you through the toughest of times. It gives you every reason to pull every reserve you have to truly just get through it. Because if you don't know why you're doing it, like, why would you go through that? Why would you suffer? Why would you say no to something that'll make you feel good now if you don't really know why you're doing it? And I don't mean like a small why, like, oh, it's bad for me, or, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. I mean a well thought out, deep, authentic, personal, like in alignment with your personal connection to life, a list of why I don't want this anymore and why I'm willing to suffer. And the thing with a why is often, and makes sense, it's going to be something that's much more profound and much more rewarding than the dopamine hit you're going to get if you just do it now. You need to develop a list of things that become your why that are much deeper, much more meaningful, right? You actually have a reason to delay gratification, right? Because delaying gratification is an extremely important character trait, and how people develop it, how I developed it in my life in my 20s, is you have to make sense. You have to make delaying gratification make sense, right? Like, I'm going to put off something great now because what I'm waiting for is much better. That's why, that's the why that I have to say no to this now, right? And I've got a list of things in my head, right? So you can start to learn your list of why you're doing this. What mission are you on? Where are you trying to go? Who are you trying to become? What are you trying to create for yourself? And it could even be about serving others, right? Like, giving up PMO for you, part of your why of why you want to get rid of it could have to do with the fact that you want to step up and level up so that you can give your gift to the world. You can serve the world, right? So your why is often powerful when it has to do with serving other people. It's not just about us, right? Part of my why with giving up PMO, and recently part of my why with even practicing active sexual retention, has less to do with me than it does to getting myself to the point and channeling so much energy that I can change people. I can help you guys. It's part of serving the world, giving my gift, stepping up as a leader, right? Stepping up into my highest self. That's why I do it. That's part of why I do it, right? It's not just for my benefits. So it's good to have both. It helps to have both, you know. So yeah, I just thought I'd share this, guys. And like I said, Start with Why by Simon Sinek. Quite a simple book, but you can read it. It was, like I said, a business book, but I've probably used this idea of why and purpose and having a reason and thinking of the end of why you're doing something before you start. I've probably applied this book more to other things than business itself, but part of the conscious lens, which is my business, I bought this book to understand, like, where am I going and why? Why am I going to start this mission? So you can apply this to PMO, and I recommend you do, because if you aren't, it's going to be so much harder. Like, having that grounded why is going to make this make sense to you. It's going to make you feel like this suffering I'm having in this moment by saying no is so worth it. It's for something better, and you hold on to that, right? It gives you so much strength. It gives you so much extra persistence and extra grit when it comes to going through this process. So yeah, guys, for those of you who haven't, get a journal, get a pen, ask yourself, why am I doing PMO? Write it down. Get a journal and write it down. Why am I doing PMO? Where am I going? That's far more rewarding and far more fulfilling, right? That becomes your why. So try this exercise out and comment below if it helped you. Stay tuned.